The Island of the Dolls, known locally as La Isla de las Muñecas, is situated in Xochimilco Canals, south of Mexico City. This eerie site has become a well-known tourist attraction and an enigmatic spot shrouded in the tales of the paranormal. The story begins in the 1950s with a man named John Julian Santana Barrera. He was a hermit who, for reasons still debated, chose to isolate himself on a small, uninhabited island. Some say he wanted to escape the modern world and live a simple life of solitude, while others believe he was running from his own past or haunted by his inner demons. The legend truly starts with the drowning of a young girl. Don Julian claimed he had discovered the body of a girl who had drowned under mysterious circumstances in the canals. Shortly after her death, he found a doll floating near the site where he believed her body had been discovered. In a bid to appease the spirit of the girl and protect himself from further misfortune, he hung the doll on a tree. However, this initial act was only the beginning. Don Julian began to feel haunted by the spirit of the girl. He claimed to hear whispers, footsteps, and the anguished cries of a girl in the dark of the night. In a desperate attempt to ward off these supernatural occurrences, he started collecting and hanging more dolls, each one a token to calm the restless spirit he believed was haunting him. Don Julian's collection of the dolls grew over the years. He retrieved dolls from the canals, scavenged them from garbage dumps, and accepted them as gifts from visitors who started hearing about this eerie island. These dolls were often damaged, missing limbs, or decapitated, which only added to their sinister appearance. The dolls were hung on trees, fences, and buildings all over the island. Some were headless, some were limbless, and some were in a state of decay. The combination of their condition and their sheer number created a nightmarish sight. Over time, the island transformed into a grotesque and surreal gallery of disfigured dolls. Many visitors to the Island of the Dolls report feeling an overwhelming sense of unease and dread. Some claim to have heard whispers and murmurs, while others have reported the eerie sensation of being watched. The atmosphere is heavy, and even the bravest of souls often feel a chill run down their spine when walking among the dolls. There are numerous accounts of dolls' eyes following visitors or turning their heads. Some visitors have reported seeing the dolls move their limbs or even witnessing them come to life for a brief horrifying moment. These experiences are often attributed to the spirit of the young girl who drowned, believed by many to still roam the island. In 2001, after more than 50 years of living on the island and collecting dolls, Don Julian was found dead. His body was discovered in the same area where he had claimed to find the drowned girl decades earlier. The circumstances surrounding his death remain unclear. Some say he drowned, others believe he suffered a heart attack. However, many locals and paranormal enthusiasts believe that the spirit of the girl finally claimed him. Don Julian's death only added to the island's mystique. Some believe that his spirit now joins the girl in haunting the island, adding to the already chilling atmosphere. There are various theories about the paranormal activities on the Island of the Dolls. Skeptics argue that the eerie sensations and the strange noises are the result of the island's isolation, the power of suggestion, and the unsettling appearance of the dolls themselves. The human mind, they say, can play tricks when faced with such a macabre scene. Others believe that the island is indeed haunted by the spirit of the girl and perhaps even by Don Julian himself. They argue that the dolls act as vessels or conduits for the spirits, allowing them to manifest in ways that terrify visitors. Some paranormal investigators have conducted studies and investigations on the island. They have used various tools and techniques to try to capture evidence of the paranormal activity. While some have reported capturing unexplained voices and movements, definitive proof remains elusive, as is often with the case with paranormal phenomena. The Island of the Dolls has become a significant cultural and tourist landmark. It is a popular destination for those interested in the macabre, the paranormal, and the unexplained. Guided tours take visitors through the island, sharing the chilling tales and legends that surround it. Despite its eerie reputation, The island is also seen by some as a tribute to the girl who drowned and Don Julian's unique way of coping with his isolation and perceived hauntings. The dolls, while terrifying to many, represent a deeply personal and poignant aspect of Don Julian's life. Several paranormal investigation teams have visited the Island of the Dolls, hoping to document supernatural occurrences. These teams often use equipment like EMF detectors, spirit boxes, and infrared cameras to capture evidence of ghosts or other entities. One notable investigation was conducted by a team from the TV show Ghost Adventures. During their visit, they reported strange noises, unexplained movements, and the feelings of being watched. The team also captured what they claimed to be EVPs, recordings of disembodied voices that seemed to respond to their questions. Another investigation by the YouTube channel BuzzFeed Unsolved resulted in similar findings. The hosts, known for their skeptical yet open-minded approach, reported hearing unsettling sounds and feeling an unfathomable presence during their time on the island. The dolls themselves play a crucial role in the island's haunting reputation. Many of them are in various states of decay with missing eyes, limbs, and other parts. This disfigurement, combined with the sheer number of dolls, creates a profoundly disturbing atmosphere. Some dolls are said to have belonged to deceased children and are believed to carry the spirits of their former owners. Visitors often bring new dolls as offerings, hoping to appease the spirits and avoid any potential curses or misfortune. Local residents of Xochimilco and nearby areas hold a mix of fear and respect for the Island of the Dolls. Many believe in the island's haunted nature and avoid it, especially at night. Some locals perform rituals or leave offerings to the spirits when they visit, hoping to show respect and avoid angering any entities that may reside there. During certain times of the year, particularly during Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, the island becomes a local point for those who wish to honor the dead. This Mexican holiday, which celebrates and remembers deceased loved ones, sees an influx of visitors who bring flowers, food, and other offerings to the island. The Island of the Dolls has a profound psychological impact on those who visit. The combination of the dolls' eerie appearances, the island's isolation, and the legends of hauntings creates a perfect storm of fear and anxiety. Many visitors report experiencing heightened senses, paranoia, and a general feeling of unease. Psychologists suggest that this is a result of the environment triggering the brain's natural fight or flight response. The unfamiliar and the unsettling surroundings can cause the mind to perceive threats where there may be none, leading to a sensation of being watched or followed. Today, the Island of the Dolls is maintained by Don Julian's family. They continue to add dolls to the collection, preserving the unique and eerie atmosphere that had made the island famous. Visitors are welcome to explore the island, though they are often reminded to be respectful and mindful of the site's history and the legends that surround it. The island remains a popular destination for tourists, paranormal enthusiasts, and those with a taste for the macabre. Despite the chilling tales and unsettling experiences reported by many, the island's allure is undeniable. While the Island of the Dolls is often viewed through the lens of its spooky and paranormal aspects, it's also important to consider the cultural and human elements of the story. Don Julian's actions, though seemingly bizarre, reflect a deep sense of empathy and a unique approach to dealing with trauma and isolation. The island also highlights the broader cultural practices related to death and the afterlife in Mexico. The respect and fear surrounding the spirits, the offerings, and the rituals all speak to a cultural understanding of death that is both reverent and deeply personal. So, a word of caution. For those planning to visit the Island of the Dolls, it's important to approach with respect and an open mind. Whether one believes in the supernatural or not, the island's atmosphere can be deeply unsettling. Visitors are encouraged to follow any guidelines provided by local guides and be mindful of their surroundings. So in summary, The Island of the Dolls is a fascinating and haunting location that continues to draw interest from around the world. Its blend of legend, history, and the paranormal creates a uniquely eerie experience that leaves a lasting impression on those who venture to its shores. And so, this is all I have for you today. Just as a side note, I think dolls are generally creepy, so I probably would not visit the Island of the Dolls. But if anyone has ever been there, let me know in the comments what was it like. Thanks again for listening. Until the next one.